From players choking each other on court to teammates stealing wives, today we're diving into the most vicious, personal, and downright dirty feuds the NBA has ever witnessed. Let's start with the French rejection, who found himself hunted by one of the league's most notorious enforcers.
Avery Bradley with the deflection against Bang! Oh my God! What an that you're going to ever see. Yeah, Bane's the initial defender, and he blocks it with two hands. It almost grabbed him.
In 2019, Rudy Gobert was inches away from his first All-Star selection when Draymond Green decided to publicly eviscerate him.
You know, I thought there was a chance that I might not make it, but just surprised. You know, I think it's disrespectful. I mean, I feel disrespected.
If I didn't make it this year, I wasn't going to cry, Draymond taunted.
Yeah, it was tough, but you know, it is what it is. It's always going to be that way. And, sorry.
The man cried on national television when he did make the All-Star team. Draymond upgraded his assault from mockery to disrespect, calling Gobert a literal trash can. But words weren't enough.
I'm a truth teller, and right now the truth is Rudy Gobert don't stand a chance.
In 2024, when Rudy tried breaking up a fight, Green wrapped his arms around Gobert's neck in a chokehold that sent shockwaves through the league. Karma finally struck in 2025 when Draymond got what he wanted, a one-on-one matchup with Gobert in the clutch. Only this time, it was Draymond getting utterly smoked as Gobert made the game-winning play.
Dreaming of this all my life.
Our next feud shows what happens when you lock grown men in a bubble with championship pressure cooking.
Been together for the most part. Now it goes, and oh my goodness, what a basket! Jamal Murray, how to get that one to go as LeBron quickly.
In 2020, during the pandemic, the NBA isolated players in Disney World. During a wild matchup between Kyle Lowry and Aaron Gordon, tensions exploded after a hard foul. Lowry shouted across the court, "836 is my room number." He was literally inviting Gordon to settle it off the court. The beef simmered until their next meeting when Lowry made the mistake of getting in Gordon's way again. Gordon's response? A devastating hit that left Lowry crumpled on the hardwood. Not so subtle reminder to never mess with Aaron Gordon.
36% from three during these playoffs. Nice entry pass, Jokic, and Gordon with a couple of dunks early on.
Sometimes rivalries start before the NBA draft. Take Jalen Green and Cade Cunningham, a generational high school rivalry.
And Thompson this time with a defensive play. Now finds Jalen Green. Oh my goodness! He did it! Oh, he did it! Oh! No, he did not! No, he didn't! No, he didn't!
For your skills to translate to the next level, and clearly the Rockets agree, what does it mean to you to be the number 2 pick?
It means a lot. It means I have a lot of work to do. It means I need to lock in and focus on my craft.
From when the ball went up, what is it about you guys that has made this so much? Like, I feel like you even play at a higher level. What do you guys have right now, just from a competition standpoint?
I think this is exactly that. We want to compete against each other. You know, they've always put us up against each other since high school as far as who is better. And I think we both kind of enjoy to be able to head up against each other and see who's the best now.
We got the tough guy Cade. I really am big bro, especially to Jalen Green. The 2021 draft day came and all Jalen could do was sit with rage burning in his eyes as his nemesis was selected first overall. When they faced off as rookies, Green made it personal. After a thunderous dunk, he turned directly toward Cunningham, flexing and talking trash until the refs hit him with a technical. By 2025, their rivalry had become primetime entertainment. During one explosive matchup, Green hammered home a dunk so disrespectful over Cade that the announcers couldn't believe their eyes. No, he did not. No, he didn't. No, that did not just happen. Sometimes the worst beefs happen between teammates. Consider Kobe Bryant carrying the 2006 Lakers while scoring 35 points per game. His teammates were complete garbage, especially according to Kobe, his backcourt partner Smush Parker. Parker once tried to make small talk with Kobe about football and got brutally shut down. "You can't talk to me. You need more accolades under Your belt before you come talk to me. After Smush got shipped out of LA in 2007, he couldn't escape the Kobe questions. Eventually, he snapped, telling reporters that playing with Kobe was overrated. Kobe instantly retaliated, calling Smush the worst player he had ever seen, who should never have been in the NBA, adding that the Lakers were too cheap to pay for a real point guard. Equally toxic was the relationship between Kelly Olynyk and Kevin Love. In 2015, during a loose ball scramble in the playoffs between Celtics and Cavaliers, the unthinkable happened. Olynyk and Love fighting for it. Did Love hurt himself? Yes, he did. His shoulder popped out. Olynyk yanked Love's arm like he was trying to start a lawnmower, dislocating his shoulder. Love had no doubts about the intent. I thought it was a Bush League play. I have no doubt in my mind that he did that on purpose.
Olynyk and Love fighting for it, and it's going to be no. Love hurt? Did Love hurt himself?
Yes, he did.
His shoulder popped out.
Yeah, he ran right past
He's going
us,
right to the locker room. I think his shoulder popped out, so a big moment here as Kevin Love's shoulder popped out.
Love couldn't play in the finals and blamed it all on Kelly. While Olynyk endlessly called to apologize, Love refused to pick up. Making matters worse, the Cavs suffered a heartbreaking finals loss. For Kelly, the consequences were severe: death, threats, and a permanent reputation as a dirty player. In 2023, the Memphis Grizzlies were rolling, led by Ja Morant. But it wasn't Ja causing problems. It was Dylan Brooks, who believed he was the second coming of Bill Laimbeer and Kevin Garnett combined. During that season alone, Brooks picked fights with multiple stars and even nearly started a brawl with Shannon Sharpe courtside. But his greatest mistake? Targeting LeBron James. After 2 playoff games with the series tied 1-1, Brooks crossed the line with one of the most disrespectful comments in playoff history. "I don't care. He's old. I don't respect no one until they come and give me 40. 3 days later, LeBron decided it was time to expose Brooks. What followed was one of the greatest playoff humiliations ever. Brooks managed just 7 points, 2 rebounds, 0 assists, and an ejection after hitting LeBron directly in the groin. As everything collapsed around him, Brooks desperately tried to save face by blaming the media. Media making me a villain. Fans making me a villain. But LeBron wasn't letting him off the hook. In Game 4, James delivered the 40-point performance Brooks had requested, and in Game 6, he buried Memphis for good. Some feuds run deeper than basketball, like the one between Patrick Beverley and Chris Paul, a beef so personal it dates back to their teenage years. Beverley claims he locked up CP3 before either hit the NBA. Me and Chris, what we have has been going on since I was in high school. I got invited to a LeBron James camp. I killed them, destroyed them. I'm talking about in front of every NBA scout. During the 2021 Western Conference Finals, all hell broke loose. Pat Bev shoved CP3 in the back after a frustrating loss, and later took Paul out midair on a dangerous play. Chris Paul didn't flinch. Instead, he worked in silence, dropping 41 points on Beverley's head in the elimination game. After 346 days, when the Suns were eliminated from the 2022 playoffs, Beverley went on national TV to drag CP3's name through the mud. Do guys in the NBA go to sleep early the night before playing the Phoenix Suns? Hell no. Chris Paul individually? No, I'm going. To stake 44 over there in Phoenix, have me a nice little wine. Steph Curry? I'm going to bed at 8 o'clock. It's 2 different monsters. In the 1990s, Charles Barkley and Charles Oakley represented the NBA's toughness era. A series of hard fouls ignited their rivalry, and in 1996, one exchange led to a full-on brawl. Oakley held this grudge for decades, proudly admitting, "I did not punch Charles Barkley. I did slap the you-know-what out of Charles Barkley." True statement. The issue between Shaquille O'Neal and JaVale McGee began in 2011 during Shaqtin' a Fool, where JaVale's bloopers were featured. After building a reputation as the NBA's court jester, JaVale described their relationship. "It's more like a bully, I guess. A bully that likes me, I guess." In 2016, after improving his game with the Warriors, Shaq still used every opportunity to ridicule him. By 2017, JaVale had enough and spoke out against being humiliated on national TV. Shaq responded by mocking JaVale's haircut and creating a 10-minute JaVale McGee Shaqtin' a Fool special. Done with diplomacy, JaVale exploded on social media. JaVale's Warriors teammates came to his defense, with Kevin Durant saying, "He only wants to be respected just like anybody else. When you keep doing it time and time again for no reason, that's definitely childish." JaVale eventually won 2 championships, upgrading from clown to respected player. Shaq finally stopped his taunts because one person told him enough was enough: his mother. In 1993, Dennis Rodman joined the Spurs as a rebellious force with dyed hair and a league-leading 31 technicals. The following year, San Antonio hired Greg Popovich to establish discipline, something Rodman wasn't having. Dennis pushed the envelope further, even suffering a separated shoulder in a motorcycle accident. Pop was done with Rodman, but so was every other team. Nobody wanted to trade for such a headache. The result? Popovich sent Rodman to the Chicago Bulls for virtually nothing. Pop then appointed himself head coach and eventually won 5 championships. Rodman went on to win 3 straight titles with the Bulls, but Matt Barnes had one beef that took a turn no one could have predicted. Between 2010 and 2012, Barnes shared the court with teammate Derek Fisher, though they were never close. Barnes and his ex-wife Gloria Govan were going through a divorce. During a visit to see his twin sons, Gloria accidentally picked up a call on the car's Bluetooth, and Matt overheard something shocking: Derek Fisher's voice speaking intimately to her. Matt's sons revealed that Fisher was staying at the house Barnes was paying for. Matt sped across LA and called Gilbert Arenas for backup. Once Barnes arrived at the house, it was time for confrontation. I hopped the fence. As soon as I turn into the backyard, I see Derek with his arm around Gloria. So I just fire on him, stuck him. Everybody starts screaming. After the backyard brawl, Derek Fisher eventually married Gloria in 2021, and Matt Barnes owned up to acting on emotion. In the end, loyalty among men ends where selfishness begins. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the NBA's dirtiest feuds, don't forget to like and subscribe for more basketball drama and history.